Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the View with Equity, guys. My name is Chirag, an NISM certified technical analyst, and let's get into the view for today. So, starting off with what happened yesterday. Yesterday, we see that Nifty is up 0.6% and Bank Nifty is up 0.8%, with Sensex being up 0.66%. So, everything closing towards the day high yesterday. And as you can see in the daily time frame, we're making higher and higher formations. In the daily time frame, which is extremely positive and extremely good. So moving over to the data for today, we see that Nifty futures compared to Nifty is trading at a premium of 35 points, and Bank Nifty futures compared to Bank Nifty is trading at a premium of 27 points. Whereas India VIX is down 2.14%. So all of this put together is extremely bullish in terms of data. Looking at crude oil levels are slightly up from yesterday, from 0.16 to 0.16% up. This is slightly bearish in nature, but overall, crude oil levels are still bullish. Finally, coming down to GIFT Nifty. GIFT Nifty today is trading at 30 points higher, so we can expect a slight gap up today. So let's see if this gap up will sustain or not. Nifty Bs and Bank Bs both up 0.5 and 0.6%, and Gold Bs and Silver Bs both up 1% and 1.64% respectively. So all of those doing extremely bullish respectively. PCR for Nifty is at 1.09 levels, so getting closer to that old oversold levels, whereas PCR with for Bank Nifty is looking at 0.96 levels. Not yet oversold, it is still in a neutral level, but getting to that oversold level is where the instruments are heading. Looking at sectorial vises, we see heavy buying in all of the sectors except for capital good, moving consumer good, and reality here. But we see heavy buying in all of the other sectors, which is extremely positive, and this extremely bullish in nature. Looking at NSE, we see that it is quite neutral with a slight positive sort of bias, with 149 advances and 160 declines. Moving to FII/DII data, we again see there is 4,000 about 4,000 crores of selling from FIIs in the cash market, but DIIs have equally matched that. And looking at the FNO market, we see that there is a little bit of buying in index futures from the FIIs, and in stock futures, we see that there is some buying in stock futures from the FIIs. Overall, in the cash market, it is looking bearish, and in the FNO market, there it is looking quite bullish for the FIIs, which is quite neutral at the moment with the FII/DII data. Moving over to the advanced decline ratios, we see that there's 38 advances and only 12 declines, and in Nifty Bank we see that there is 11 advances with only one decline, and we see some major industries in the positives, such as finance and automobile, which is extremely good. Banking is also about to get into the positives here, and IT is also in the positives, but has to move up a little bit more. Moving over to option chain. So in option chain, we see that there is, it's extremely bullish. Calls which are on the left hand side are seeing good amount of buying in the money, where there is good amount of selling in puts in both in the money and out of the money. In the option chain, we see huge volumes between this ranges of 25,100 to 25,200 levels. So, and maximum 25,300 levels here. So, it could probably be in the ranges of 25,100 to 25,300 based on option chain and the volumes that is showing, because there's huge amounts of volumes in these ranges here. Looking at the major global indices, we see that the US is actually positive on all their indexes, with 0.14% from Dow Jones, 0.78% from S&P, and 0.61% from Nasdaq. So extremely bullish there. Looking at the European front, extremely bullish there too. 0.8% positive, 0.42% positive, and 0.137% positive, all on the major European indexes. Finally, coming out to the Asian index, Nikkei is open of almost 1.76%. Hang Seng is up 1.62%, and Kospi is open with 0.77%. Moving over to Indian areas, we see a lot of buying in Indian areas, especially in companies like Wipro, Infosys, HDFC, and even Dr. Reddy's, which is extremely positive and extremely bullish in nature. Finally, moving over to the index futures, we see that US futures is down. US 30 is down almost 0.2%, but US 500 and Tech 500 are doing extremely positive, with it being up 0.17% and 0.44%. Moving on to the view for today, we see that Nifty here, according to the fib levels, right, has taken perfect support at the golden ratio here, and it is starting to move up. So we do see that it will be moving up and moving closer to that gap zone of 25 to 22, and once at 25 22 level it closes above that, then we can start seeing much higher and higher rallies. So moving on to the support and resistances, we see that R1 and R2, R1 and S1 is located at 25 to 33 and 25 085 respectively. So breaking R1 will be very important today. But today being an expiry, you can expect it a two-sided market today. It is just to see if it's a a calm markets or a very volatile market. Looking at how other indexes have opened, like Nikkei, we can see a slight dip in the first half, and then we can see a move back up in the second half compared to other indexes. But that is also something that we have to see. Very important thing is S1 needs to be respected, and the gap up needs to sustain today for it to start moving positive here. Overall, that will be the view for today, guys, and hope you guys stayed one setup. Hope you guys are consistent with one time frame and one setup. If you guys would like to learn any new setups, please contact Equity Guys. We have a new batch starting on the 2nd of August, so you guys can get enrolled in that. All the details will be found in the description. Yeah, and that will be it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we can join again tomorrow for the next view.